You are now dialed in with the Dial Brothers.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 44 of season 2. This is the Dialed In Show. Steven, how you doing?
I'm good. You know what I was thinking before we started? When is the last episode of this season?
Yo,
I'm asking. Are we taking December off or?
Every time we get to this point, Steven is always the one that's rushing us out of the season.
You just said episode what?
44.
Okay, that's a lot.
44 weeks straight.
Are we gonna stop the week before Thanksgiving? Is that gonna be our end of season?
Let me look at the calendar. So 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50.
Okay.
I say let's go to 50. That would make the last episode be December 17th, and then we'll be off the week of Christmas, the week after Christmas. So Christmas week, New Year's, and then we can discuss about when season 3 will come. That's my suggestion.
Okay, I'm down with it. I'm down with it.
Let's make it to
50.
50.
We got to get some new merch. You know, season 3. We maybe create a new intro. Yeah. Okay.
And I think it's fair. Let's we can go ahead and say this now, y'all. We're brainstorming in front of you. We'll go to episode 50. So December 17th to be the last episode of season 2. Mm-hmm. And then maybe next year we'll do 2 seasons in 1 year instead of the whole year being a season.
We'll see.
So maybe we'll go from January, February to like the beginning of summer, take some time off, and then come back in the fall.
We'll see. Well, and we thank you guys for listening to us. I was just wondering when you know, I don't know when the season ends. It's just been going and going and going. We tape on Tuesdays, and so you're not seeing this until Wednesday. But I hope everyone went out and voted. We won't know until next week's episode how some of these races fared out, but I hope everyone went to vote.
Yeah, it's important. Don't complain if you're not a part of the process. And your vote, your voice, it matters. Even if it don't, it matters.
Hold on, what?
It matters. Like, don't think that because you're in the minority that there's no point in you voting. And the flip side of this, and I don't know what they do in Texas, but Texas is similar to Georgia in this regard. It might even be worse. So those who live in Georgia, those who live in Texas, really, and I shouldn't say this. This is me saying it's not Steven. Especially if you live in a red state. Even these what seem like not important elections, go vote, because if you're not active, unfortunately, some of these states will purge the rolls and they'll kick you off the voting roll because they're saying you're not participating. So even if you feel as if it's nothing important on the ballot, still go vote. That way, when whatever you deem to be important is on the ballot, you don't have to like re-register and all that kind of stuff again.
Yeah. But every election is important. I know that sounds like a throwaway line. Every election is important. Local elections are more important than presidential.
Because when you really think about it, and not to diminish any of what's going on, right, at all, but compared to the entire workforce, and everybody hear me, don't nobody shoot me through the YouTube or whatever. Compared to the entire workforce, a very, very small percentage of people work for the federal government.
Correct.
Very small percentage of people. The compared to the entire population, not everybody is on SNAP. And I'm not trying to say that it's not important. To Steven's point, the things that affect you day to day are not really the things on the federal level.
Correct.
No, it's what is your governor doing? What are your local, and I know different places have different names, but different commissioners and state reps. Yeah, those, your mayors, you know, those are people who control a lot of the taxes that affect what businesses come to your area to employ you, all those types of things. So it's important that you do care about the local stuff. I'm not saying to ignore federal, but that stuff isn't for the average middle class American that has a job. A lot of this stuff, and you don't work for the government. Yeah, a lot of this stuff does not directly affect you, and
that's true.
You mad at Trump, but you're not going to vote for your mayor. Like, that's crazy.
That's why every election matters. Local election, federal election, every election matters. The transition from something serious to something funny. Did you see this? It's a week old now, but it was a story here in Dallas because it was here in the Dallas area. A woman brought her pet monkey to the store. The monkey got loose. Monkey is in the rafters of, I think it's a Spirit Halloween store. Wearing a diaper. They trying to get the monkey down. Have you not seen this?
Well, you said hardware. I would say, what's the Spirit store?
I said Spirit Halloween.
Oh, okay. Yeah. What is that?
A costume store?
Oh,
you don't know what Spirit Halloween is?
I don't think that.
You never seen like the memes of like a business that's going out of like let's say a Target closes and they're like, oh, it's gonna become a Spirit Halloween, or
no, I don't know what that is.
They just move into an empty building for like a month to sell Halloween costumes. You've never seen?
No, don't know what you're talking about. But I do see the monkey, and I would have.
You would have guessed the owner was what?
White? Was she not?
I don't think so.
We don't do that.
What? Explain, sir.
Typically, Black people stick to dogs. Every now and then a cat, maybe a fish. We don't really get monkeys. What a monkey? No, that's and she should not have even been allowed to bring that monkey in the store.
So the police told her next time put it on a leash.
Yeah, walking in like the monkey of chow. And now I didn't know anything about this until Sunday. It was a conversation after church about monkeys that got loose in the great state of Mississippi that were carrying diseases and stuff.
Yeah,
and that they caught all of them except for one. I did not know that. First of all, why are these monkeys alive that have diseases? Somebody told me that they were doing experiments on them or something. I don't know.
Yeah, the woman looks like you.
A doggone shame. And her monkey just done ran off into the rafters. Man, the spanking that he would have gotten once he got back.
What?
Because I'd be like, I don't know what his name is. Probably Chico or something. Chico. Can't you see her yelling in the store? Chico!
Can't you think of the reaction to other people when they look up and actually see a real monkey?
They see a monkey running around.
This was little. How would you have reacted if you were in Kroger?
I probably would have been startled at first, but then I think I would have thought it was cool. But just think about how many of our friends and brothers and sisters have been like, man, I shouldn't have ate that edible before I came to the grocery store. Look, it's not hidden. You think you tripping? You're like, what in the world? No, monkey said, I need to take my tail home. Well, I'll come back to the grocery store later. I need to lay down.
Would you have stayed until they caught it, or would you have checked out and said, I'm going home?
If I didn't have anything to do, I might have stayed. You know, sometimes you go to the store and you don't have anything to do. You just be like, hey, this is more entertaining than whatever I was going to do at home. I'm going to just sit here and watch. Because I'm curious, is Chico going to ever listen and just come back? Or are they about to like shoot a tranquilizer gun up there to get Chico to fall down? Like, what are they going to do to get him back? Man, she should have gotten a ticket or something for that.
What did she do wrong?
She brought an undomesticated animal, and maybe he is.
It's probably legal to have in Texas.
Oh, it was in Texas? I think
it was near Dallas.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hey, more power to her and Chico. I think that people should be able to have what they desire to have if they're responsible.
So someone could have a pet zebra in their backyard.
Honestly, and animal advocates don't come for me. I think if you're respectful to the animal and you're responsible to the greater community around you and the animal, I don't really care what you have. You can have a zebra, an elephant, a lion, a bear. I don't really care as long as you're respectful to the animal.
Wow.
And responsible.
So are you
to those
okay if your neighbor got alligator next door?
I think in time I get used to it. I mean, I just now the second that alligator end up in my backyard, I just want you to know you just lost an alligator. and we about to be eating alligator for dinner because I'm shooting it.
Oh.
We live in America. We believe in the Second Amendment, and that applies in defending yourself from both human and animal.
I don't know. Does that say that in the law?
About defend yourself from an animal?
Mm-hmm.
Self-defense? I don't think it said it got to be from a person.
What if the alligator is not even running towards you?
What do our lighter hue brothers and sisters say years ago when they was doing all this killing of us? They say, I feared for my life.
Mm-hmm.
If you were a white woman, that's all you had to say. I feared for my life. And you can be excused. Just say,
okay. So you fear for your life because the alligator's in your backyard?
Yeah, absolutely. Would you? Who would not fear for their life? You walk outside in your drawers to smoke your cigar, your Black and Mild, whatever, and you see an alligator. What?
But if the alligator's not coming towards you, what's the problem?
Well, let me use better examples. You go out there in your robe to drink your hot coffee in the morning, to sip on your tea while you're reading your book on your nicely brushed off patio furniture, and you see a doggone alligator.
Well, you ain't gonna have your gun on you going to get your coffee
in Decatur or in Dallas. Ain't no alligators. I can see if you was in Florida, maybe. Ain't no alligators. Then it was something I was gonna say, but I don't remember. So let's keep going.
All right, I want to start by giving flowers, and then I'll raise my question. So big props to Mackenzie Scott. She's a philanthropist. She's the ex-wife of Jeff Bezos. She's a billionaire, and her goal is to give out all of her money, and she has continued to do that. She just gave another round of donations to multiple HBCUs. The biggest donation was $80 million to Howard University. 17 million of that will go to their medical school. She gave $50 million to Virginia State, $42 million to Alcorn, $63 million to Morgan State, $38 million to Clark Atlanta, $38 million to Spelman, $38 million to University of Maryland Eastern Shores, and $38 million to Alabama State. Let me preface this by saying I think that's dope. It's great that people have been giving more to HBCUs. My question
to say what I'm about to say. Go ahead.
My question is, and I think this is a healthy space to talk about this. I've talked to multiple friends who, when these donations come out, it's always Howard, it's always Morehouse, it's always Spelman, it's always the more known schools. Do you think, in being transparent, both of us went to lesser known, when it comes to the majority of HBCUs, lesser known HBCUs. I went to Claflin, Michael went to Miles. Do you think some of these billionaires should give to lesser known schools to help maybe raise their profile or make them better versus just giving to the same well-known HBCU every time?
Yes, is the short answer.
What's the long answer?
I'll preface my statement by saying, even though it would be nice if it is, but for what I'm about to say, I'm not saying this for Miles. I'm not saying this for Claflin. But when you talk about HBCUs as a whole, so I'm gonna kind of contradict myself that one, yes, I think certain schools like Howard, one say, well, why feed the bigger fish when there's smaller fish that need to eat, is what somebody might say. Well, Howard has a medical program that, I could be wrong on this, but that I don't think any other HBCU in the country has. I could be wrong.
Morehouse,
but I think specifically, not Miles,
and then Meharry.
Yeah, but I'm saying I can't think right now, but it's something that Howard does that no other one does. I can't think of exactly what it is. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, in some cases, where certain institutions have already built momentum on a specific thing, I don't really see problems with you putting more money into it. So this might not be what it is, but let's just say that Howard has something that focuses on cancer. I'm just using that as an example. I don't see if Miss Scott every year wants to make these donations and she's just passionate about cancer research. And so she says, well, Howard's always going to be on my list for that reason. I don't see a problem with that. However, in my Atlanta people, do not come for me. Do not come for me, because I love Clark Atlanta mainly because of my own reasons, but I love Clark Atlanta. We love Spelman, love Morehouse, all that other kind of stuff. I think that in my mind, I can't think of what I think I'll get less heat if I say Spelman than maybe the other two.
Okay.
Other than they're an all-girls school, and in the history there, I don't know, and I could be wrong. Somebody put in the comments. I don't know what Spelman is so doing to deserve to just always be on the list of these funds that are given out by philanthropists.
Well, and you have to keep in mind, it's also politics. I mean, given to colleges in Atlanta, an area that is a, the New York of the South for Black people, all that. Some of these school designations are strategic. Yeah, if I'm a white person and I'm donating to HBCUs, okay, people are going to know what Howard is when I donate to it. People are going to know what Hampton, Morehouse is when I donate to it. So I just wonder, and I don't want to say it's a cop out, and I don't want to criticize people who are giving to these HBCUs, because I think it's dope. I think there in the last 5 years been a greater spotlight on Black colleges. There's been a greater spotlight on Black colleges. I'm just wondering, okay, there's more than Howard, Hampton, Morehouse, Spelman, those colleges. And so I'm just like, at what point? And I will be transparent. She's given to Claflin before. There's so many lesser known, or should I just use word smaller, HBCUs that could also use these resources. And then on the flip side, I've had people say, okay, if Morehouse is always on this list, what are they doing with the money? Like, just being transparent, like they are always the recipient of donations. So it's like, I drive past there, don't look different.
I don't see no new buildings, don't see no major programs, no. And I think that's why I said I don't have an issue with Howard in some ways, because of certain things that I've heard that I believe they might be doing with the money. Now,
of that 80, 17 million did go to their medical school.
Right. Now, here's the other thing that I think maybe her advisors should take into consideration. And I'm sure they have. I'm sure
it's not just her. Is anybody giving?
Oh, yeah. But $38 million. I'm just picking on Spelman today. That's game-changing money for a lot of other HBCUs. Like, you can save an HBCU with $38 million. Spelman don't need it. Is not,
and that's why I raised the question. It's not shade to Spelman or Howard or Morehouse. There are a bunch of other HBCUs who are on lifelines. There are, I mean, Claflin ain't on no lifeline, but there are other HBCUs that could help them get to the level of there might not be a Spelman or a Morehouse, but at least get on better grounding. I mean, that might allow them to hire more experienced teachers. That might allow them to, and I would, if I was a billionaire, I'm gonna be honest, I wouldn't, I would earmark the money and make it like, you ain't about to just put this in athletics either. Like, unless that is a focus for that school, like Arthur Blank, I get it, because he's in athletics. And so he gave to Clark Atlanta, Fort Valley, Albany State, all their athletics. It's different. But
he gave Miles. He did, yeah.
And so I don't want it to seem like either of us are hating. I just think there's so many other great Black institutions that could benefit from these funds versus the same people every year getting a donation. Because the thing is, okay, Mackenzie Scott just did this week, right? And then 3 months from now, another philanthropist is going to give to Howard Morehouse Spelman.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, like it just makes it seem like, one, are you being advised this way, or two, are you just giving to known HBCUs?
So just did a little quick chat GPT. It might be accurate, might not, but let's just say that it is. I said, how many HBCUs are there in the United States? It said 99.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. To me, a $1 million donation to these 99, in my opinion, would have been better than you giving such significant amounts of money to these institutions that do not need the money. And again, I'm not talking about Miles or Claflin. Take a Morris Brown.
Mm-hmm.
How much a Morris Brown would appreciate $1 million or $2 million or 10, whatever. I just think that the funds could be used greater than some of these schools just putting it in their endowment. What?
And someone from Howard or Spelman may push back on you and say, what you mean we don't need it? You don't know what our books look like. I'm just saying the same donations go to the same people.
As far as I know.
More times than not.
As far as I know. Again, I could be wrong. Somebody put in the comments. I'm not going to be afraid of your comments, and I don't read them anyway sometimes. But as far as I know,
mm-hmm.
Spelman has not had an enrollment problem.
Mm-hmm.
Morehouse hasn't had an enrollment problem. Now, Morris Brown, of course, did, but Clark Atlanta, I just saw they're having record enrollment. It's not, most of these larger HBCUs are having record enrollment.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole, I don't think these schools that's on this list are in desperate need of money right now. Now, yeah, can people always take more? Absolutely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What organization or business is going to turn down money? But now, what in the world is UMES?
I've read University of Maryland Eastern Shores. See, that's a lesser known.
Right. And I just want to know, Mackenzie, how in the world you come up with these numbers?
She didn't just come up with the numbers. Someone came up with the numbers.
I know, but I just would love to know the logic behind
how much she gave Claflin. I think she gave Claflin some money.
I just want to know the logic behind $38 million.
Okay, if you add them all up, she might have said I wanted to do 500 million, or I'm not good at math.
It's random.
Well, how's that random? Anything over a damn dollar ain't random. What you mean?
I'm saying the total that she gave in this group of gifts is $172 million.
She gave Claflin in 2020 $20 million.
Mm-hmm. She just broke up with Jeff, and now she helping folk.
Yeah, I mean, I think she was helping folks when she was with him, but yes,
it was under his name.
I want to end this by saying I am very thankful that Mackenzie Scott and others are donating to HBCUs. I don't want that to get lost in this conversation. Neither of us are saying that. I'm saying with there being dozens and dozens of Black colleges, some of these other ones should get some of the love as well. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree. Hey, we applaud her for giving Howard and Virginia State and Alcorn and Morgan State and Clark Atlanta and Spelman and whatever UMES is and
University of Maryland Eastern Shores. I've said that 3 times now.
I don't even care to remember that. And Alabama State. We are grateful. We pray that they use the money wisely, mm-hmm. And that the efforts that she's making is going to be a positive impact toward, or even say, you know what? But yes, I agree with you. I think if I was going to give it, I would be a little more specific in controlling how exactly they spend the money, mm-hmm. and not just give it to them. Like, okay, Clark, not Clark. Well, yeah, Clark too, but Spelman, Morehouse. Y'all, I don't really think y'all need this money. So if I do give it to you, I'm giving it to you in the form of scholarships. Like, mm-hmm. let's let, for the next 4 or 5 years, a bunch of kids go for free. Mm-hmm. Like that's what I would want to do with it. Not like, because man, Those of y'all who got student loans, didn't our credit get jacked up? Our already jacked up credit get jacked up recently. So I think that's what I would do. Or better yet, Mackenzie, look, somebody send this to Mackenzie, please. Send this to Mrs. Scott.
Say you're talking crap about her.
Excuse me. Please send it to Mrs. Scott.
She don't want to talk to you.
Mrs. Scott, please send out some type of thing. We can go to like MackenzieScott.org. I don't know. Some type of thing where HBCU graduates next year, if you want to give out the same $172 million, where HBCU graduates who can verify that they are an HBCU grad between 2000 and now, they submit some type of application and you pay off their student loans. That would be amazing. Now that would be game changing. I ain't never heard nobody doing that. That would be game changing. Do that for us and do that. Now seriously,
you gonna get picked.
Yeah, don't. But I think I should automatically get picked because I'm the one who suggested it.
Because no one's ever thought that.
Nobody's ever done it. I've never heard of anybody doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Paying the student loans off of HBCU graduates. I've never heard of that.
Well, people have done it at graduations.
And well, yes, but I'm saying you've been out of school for 15 years or however long. I've been out of school for 8 years, I think. So I'm saying that would be beautiful because a 21, 2, 3-year-old, in some ways, they find that they got student loans. They ain't have paying them anyway. But I'm talking about the 30-year-old, the 35-year-old who's trying to pay bills, who's got a family or got a mortgage, got car issues, relieving them of that one bill, but also how it might be affecting their credit. That's game changing for a millennial. I'm
going reverse, so I'm going out of order. Government shutdown is still going on. I'm pretty sure it'll still be going on when you listen to this on Wednesday. We know multiple federal employees that are impacted by this. It's on pace to be the longest in history. The longest in history was under the first Trump term. There's just a lot of...
He's trying to break his own record.
There's just a lot of... I don't like the word misinformation. Misinformation just about, like Republicans are saying Democrats are shutting down the government. Democrats are saying Republicans control the White House, the Senate, and the House, which they do. But, in the Senate, both sides try to not do the nuclear option, where it's just a simple majority. You need 60 votes. So they don't have 60 votes because Democrats won't vote with them. What are your thoughts just about the shutdown?
Well, for what you were talking about as far as misinformation, I believe that both sides are misinforming the general public, both Republican and Democrat. Both sides are blaming the other side and saying it's the other side's fault. No, it's all of y'all's fault because not one side can do it alone. Now, if there were enough Republicans, let's say that there was enough Republicans where they did not need Democrats, then that's a different conversation. Then, okay, yeah, Republicans could do it, but there's not enough to do that. So it's not one side or the other. All it is that the two sides cannot agree on how to spend the money. So they're at a standstill. And so far, neither side is budging. That's the issue. Now,
who do you think gets hurt from it more? Next year.
I'm glad. Wait, okay. I'm gonna answer that in two ways. Because when you initially asked it, I took it one way, but I think you meant it in another way. So let me answer it the way I took it first. I thought you was asking me who's going to get hurt more as far as in the American public, who's going to get hurt more. Now, I know that's not what you was asking, but I know what you was asking. You talking about politically in the midterms, who's going to get hurt more. I'm going to answer that too. Right now, and I know our audience is probably predominantly left-wing African Americans. But if you are a Caucasian Republican that's watching, please hear what I'm about to say. The vast majority of people that are in need or that benefit from these benefits that are taken away are white Republicans.
Correct.
The state of Florida has the highest per state, the highest amount of people on Obamacare. Republican state. Republicans are on this. Years ago, I'm in a car dealership getting my car work done. Some old white guy sitting next to me, and they talking about Obama on the TV, and he says, and I quote, "I hate Obama, but I love that Obamacare."
Mm-hmm.
So I can answer both questions in both ways at the same time. The people that are being affected are white Republicans. The people who are going to be affected in the midterms as far as politicians are going to be Republicans. Because when you take away, they don't like Obama because of whatever reason. Mm-hmm. But when you take away people's health care, you're taking away people's food, you're taking away all these things, they're not stupid. They know I went and pushed this name 2 years ago, mm-hmm. and now I don't have no insurance anymore, or it's triple the cost of what it was. I no longer can go and buy my steak on my EBT card like I used to.
That was shade.
It kind of was, but I can't do this anymore. So you know what? I might just go vote for y'all. Georgia, this purple state, is a prime example. I might just go and vote for 2 Democrats to be in the Senate. I might do that because they at least care. Now, I don't like that they abort babies. I don't like that they do things with human rights and stuff. But I can have some food. But I can go to the doctor. Mm-hmm. So I think that this is gonna really, really bite Republican lawmakers in the butt next year. And I'm surprised that they've not started speaking against Trump yet. I'm very surprised because Trump's not gonna lose his seat. They are. So,
yep. But we'll see. But people have said that in the past of, oh, you know, yes, right now people who supported Republicans are being impacted by the government shutdown. But one thing about Republicans that Democrats don't do a good job of, Republicans still vote for their party.
They loyal.
Like they still vote for their party, even if in some instances they're voting against their own interests. Republicans know how to stay in control because their party still votes for their party. Now, Democrats are the ones who, oh, I'm not going to go vote. Or I'm not going to go do this because they did me wrong, where you still don't keep Democrats in power because you upset about one thing.
Yeah.
So let's see. We're going to round out the show talking about the people.
Are we done?
You got something else to say?
No, well, I mean, we could have kept talking, but it's all good. Yeah.
What else you got to say?
No, I think that Donald Trump irritates the blood out of me. Because he just keeps saying that everything's okay. Mm-hmm. He keeps saying that, and he said it's not that bad. It's
not that bad yet for some people. I mean, the SNAP thing didn't start until a couple days ago.
And I think that it's just so disrespectful, the comments that he's making, because you are the president of all people, and these people are in your party, the vast majority of them. Mm-hmm. They now can't afford health insurance. They now don't have access to food. And the other thing that's a problem is the perception of people that are on these benefits is wrong. Is that
how are you talking about? The majority of SNAP benefit recipients live in red states. It's just a fact,
right? But also that they don't truly need these benefits. There are people who are gainfully employed who go in the grocery store and it is a struggle.
Yeah.
So somebody who's making whatever the poverty line is, I don't see how you live. I don't see how you live. And I would go as far to say, in Georgia or in Texas, to live. Now, the word decent can be defined in different ways, but there's no way you making under $40,000 and you're not struggling. Mm-hmm. I really want to say a higher number than that, but there's no way. There's no way. After rent and taxes, and there's just no way. So the government shut down, and so should our favorite team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, our team. Is it your favorite team? It ain't your favorite team.
It is my favorite football team.
I don't hear that bull. You lying.
Well, who else is my favorite football team?
I
don't have another favorite football team.
I know.
If Alabama had a professional team, maybe I would have liked them, but
yuck. Yeah, the Falcons. What's going on? I didn't even watch the game Sunday. I was so happy that I was preoccupied. I got texts from people, and I felt so at peace because I wasn't watching it. So I was like, oh, we lost. Oh, close. Oh, again. Oh.
I still say, and I've been saying this whole time. First of all, how long has he been there? Robert Morris.
Raheem, and I believe it's his second year.
Raheem. I think who's going to start the petition for his termination?
People have already done
that. I just think that all right, nothing's gotten better. Now, I know that Rome wasn't built in a night.
Mm-hmm.
Rome was or built overnight, whatever.
In a day.
Yeah. Rome wasn't built in a day. But this is still the same Falcons as 10 years ago. I'm saying the Falcons is always, and somebody might not agree with this, the Falcons, not always, but the Falcons has always been a good team, a decent team. Like this is how Falcons games go. We win in the beginning.
Well, we ain't win in the beginning.
But I'm saying normally. We win it in the beginning, and some kind of way they always figure out how to lose. Always. Like it's just always, they always find a way to lose.
So do you think Raheem Morris should be fired?
I say, y'all, let's give him one more season. Because 2 years isn't, I say give him one more season. And if next season's like this, absolutely. Absolutely. Fire him. Because at the end of the day,
if they need to fire everybody to be completely honest. Everybody that from the first person that's under Arthur Blank, Rich McKay, who's been around.
You talking about everybody?
Yeah, because a lot of people are saying Rich McKay is the problem. It's I mean, we have a new black GM who was hired last year or 2 years ago too. Like it's if you fire Raheem, you fire everyone. You fire everybody.
At the same time?
Yep. Yep. Bye.
Well, hey, Arthur Blank. And then you would think, and Arthur Blank's a businessman, and you know, you would think he's tired of losing. You know, we got so close. But I don't know. Y'all, the Falcons, well, really Atlanta is just not a winning city.
Oh.
We don't have, you know, we're not one of those.
The Braves won a couple years ago.
Right, but I'm saying we're not like
we don't have a winning tradition.
Yeah, like you're not Lakers or the
maybe the Hawks would do something this year.
Or New York. Well, I don't know.
Trae Young hurt, so I don't know. All right, guys. Thank you for spending your morning with us. We'll see you same time, same place next week.
Bye, y'all.